What's up, y'all? It's Adrian / Mattress. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. Today, just a quick little video. I have a list of ideas and things I just want to share. Basically, I want to talk about what this YouTube channel should pivot towards and what we should focus on. I love sharing my hobbies and how my brain works in this field, but I feel like I'm stuck to just posting motorcycle content. And if that's the case, I don't really mind. But I also love Pokemon and working on stuff and putting apart Game Boys and showing off my video game collection. And I just want to show off my life because this is more for me to explore and share my personality and see how I can create that into a persona online. But I also do love thinking about motorcycles and how to make things better. So I have a little list here, not that little, it's fun back, about things I want to do. So I have a couple things, subtopics. I want to start with beginner focused topics. So number one, the best bikes to learn stunts on and why it's not your big bike. So a video explaining that, which is going to be a guide for beginners looking to learn wheelies and stoppies, and then highlighting bikes like the Honda Grom, the CRF50, and other affordable options like the Z125 that are good to get into this world of stunting and stuff like that. Second, 5 common beginner mistakes when stunting and how to avoid them. So tips on things like clutch control, rear brake reliance, and proper safety gear. I know I'm not the best, but I feel like here in DFW, I am in such a great space for learning, and we have so many great teachers and stunters here that I am able to talk about that. And also, one of the best ways to learn something is to constantly be thinking about it and also try to teach others how to do it, so then you have those lessons already in your own head. Third, mini bikes, maximum fun. Why the CRF50 are the perfect starter bikes. So just highlighting the fun, affordability, and the versatility of mini bikes like the CRF50, or any like electric eco mini bikes like that, what's his name, Suronster makes, and all those types of guys and YouTubers. Dingo Moto, that's one that I really fell in love with before I even owned a bike, since I've been looking for a mini bike for many years, since I was like high school. I'm now a college graduate, by the way. So those are my first 3 little beginner focused videos. I want to make more videos where I can sit behind a computer and just talk to a microphone, or just be outside and explain everything. That's actually all right. Then second, I guess, would be gears and mods. So this is something that a lot of people don't really think about when they first get into biking. So what are the best sumo tires for mini bikes, the CRF50 and any 10-inch rim bikes? So that's something I've been having to do a lot of research, especially since I'm looking to get new tires for this, since I feel like I don't have enough balance with dirt tires and the knobbies when I'm doing wheelies. So I've already bought the sumo tires, but I don't want to install them myself, and I'm not trying to spend the $40 per tire at this very moment until I at least get my black rims that I want for the 50. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. Number 5, the best budget street tires for the Honda Grom, top picks for 2024 to end the year. I just rebuilt my Honda Grom, so I have to think what new tires I wanted to put on my Grom. I am currently using the stock tires that came with the bike, since I got Riley to put it on for me, but I know I'm going to switch them over because I'm already at 2,300 something miles. So they're at the end of their life. I did burnouts, I did wheelies, I did everything. Those tires are kind of dead. So I'm going to go over just breaking down tire options for street tires and then focusing on durability and grip. Lastly, number 6, for gears and mods that make the most difference, building the ultimate Grom or the CRF50. Another video idea I want to make. Probably I will make both, because I've heavily modded out both my Grom and the CRF50. So just a guide to upgrades like suspension, tires, handlebars, and anything that does little better performance parts like that. Next, stunting and riding culture. So I want to do culture and just like yammy noob type videos explaining everything, why you should learn how to stunt, even if you're a street rider, just discussing the skills you develop while stunting and how they make you an overall better rider, which I believe is the truth. It is also safer, I believe, than being a fast boy going 160 down the highway. 8, the psychology of stunting, why we love to push limits, a look into the thrill and sense of accomplishment that comes with mastering stunts. The whole process of learning how to do stunts and everything is insane, and just it brings you a lot of joy and it puts you in a meditative state. no matter how bad a day or whatever you're having, you go outside and you do a wheelie and you actually pull it off longer or higher than you have before. You learn how to scrape and then bring it back down without touching the ground, all those things. It just brings a different sense of happiness and balance to your life. So just talking about the psychology of that, and also going from the lot to the street and evolution of a stunt rider and talking to other stunt riders about everything. Just a little storytelling style video about my personal journey learning stunts, including failure and successes. Also who inspired me, why I did this. When I first got a motorcycle, I swore I wasn't gonna do wheelies, and now that's the only thing I can really think of doing. It brings me so much happiness. It's the only thing I want to do. I don't know why. It's the only thing I want to learn. So just explaining this stunting and riding culture, it's really cool. General motorcycling, number 10, top 5 affordable bikes for urban commuting and weekend fun. So I'm going to talk about bikes like the Grom, the R7, or even dual sports like the ZRZ 400 or the XR 150L that Honda makes, or the CRF 300L that also Honda makes. There's just so many bikes and things you can get, so many categories. We have sumos, we got street, we got stunt, we got off-road. There's just everything. Just talking about what is the best for me, and also just because I want to do more research on bikes and also want to share it with other people and see what people think and have them share their ideas with me and tell me what I probably should do. Number 11, why everyone should own a mini bike, even if you have something like a leader bike. Mini bikes are definitely something everyone needs. So we're going to discuss the unique joys and benefits of mini bikes for an experienced rider, and why even someone who's not an experienced rider like me can actually learn a lot about bikes with mini bikes. And then, can you daily a CRF 50? That's my 12th idea. Testing the limits of a mini bike. A fun, hard experiment to see how practical a CRF 50 really is for daily use. So here in Texas, a 50cc pit bike, you can actually put a license plate on it as long as you have a title. So if you put all the things you need to make something street legal here in Texas, you can ride your 50 as a daily commuter if you want to on the road and not get pulled over and get a ticket. So I guess one day we're gonna try to push the limits on that and make a whole video about that. That should be very fun. I'm actually very excited to do that eventually. So I guess not lastly, but 13, we're gonna talk about controversial and clickbaity topics. Are big bikes overrated? Why small displacement bikes are actually more fun? So we're gonna spark discussion on why riders often overlook small bikes and why that's a bad thing. Mini bikes are very fun. I love mini bikes. All right, 14th idea, the death of the street rider. Why more riders are moving to stunting. That is definitely something that's going on. I think stunting's always been a niche subgroup of motorcycle riding, but it's definitely becoming a lot bigger because of people like Jixerbra, Paul So Hard, Brian 636, and just a million other online guys like Cody Chase2Co, I think that's what his name is, the guy who lost his leg and just still kept riding like a fucking madman. No, like that guy is like inspirational, super fucking badass. 15, why cheap bikes make the best riders and why expensive bikes hold you back. So breaking down how riding cheaper bikes forces you to develop better skill. I think that's something that we're gonna have to go deeper in. And so far, these 15 ideas I feel like are really good videos that I can make throughout the year. And you guys are getting the sauce as to what I'm gonna fucking do this year. So don't steal my ideas, or do, and make a good video and comment and add me there and tell them what I'm doing here. Maintenance and DIY. I know a lot about that. So how to build a stunt CRF 50 for under $1,500. I actually built this stunt CRF 50 for under $1,000, I'm pretty sure. And I'm sure I could do it cheaper if I had to do it a second time. So I feel like that'd be a good video. Or I could just reuse some of my footage. So it's gonna be a step-by-step guide on budget mods and a setup for a stunt-ready CRF 50. Fixing your Grom on a budget, what you can buy DIY and what you can DIY and what you can skip. Covering common issues like bent handlebars or throttle cables and how to handle them yourself. So just how to fix your bike after an accident, stuff like that. Maybe talk about the psychology of my accident and how it changed me and how I've overall changed my psychology as a rider because of that. 18, the ultimate guide to setting up a mini bike for stunts or off-roading, covering things like suspension, tires, and gearing changes. So this bike actually doesn't have stock gearing. It has a 13 tooth in the front with a 30 tooth in the back. I think stock is a 14 and a 30 or something, or a 32. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do more research. I've never owned a stock F50, so I'm gonna have to go to a dealership and ask a friend. 19, fun and experimental ideas. I want to do a CRF 50 versus Honda Grom Ultimate Mini Bike Showdown. The super mini bike versus a normal street mini bike like the Honda Grom, a 125. So that's going to be like a head-to-head comparison of my bikes, focusing on stunting, off-roading, and then urban commuting, seeing which one is overall a best beginner bike and which one you should own. 20, taking my Honda Grom and CRF 50 off-road, which bike handles better. I've actually off-roaded the Honda Grom more than I've off-roaded my CRF 50, but that's because I've done Mini Monday with people here in Fort Worth and we went to the trails. So that's something I've done. I did not get my footage for some reason. My GoPro got footage. So hopefully when we do this a second time, it'll be fun. And then 21, and lastly, my last idea that I have set up for this year so far is, do you really need a big bike? Testing a Grom on the highway. So it's gonna be a funny but informative test on small bike capabilities on the highway, especially in a state like Texas. I feel like that'll be a very fun video. So yeah, I have planned out for 2025 so far and the rest of 2024. And if you guys have any suggestions, let me know if you have any ideas or anything you want me to do here on the channel. So yeah, guys, so much for watching and following along. Peace.